semifinals.
Ball. You know they're going to run the ball until somebody stops them.
Okay, the Lafayette Rams last week, they beat Spotsylvania County 13-3 to advance to the state semifinal game, and they like to run the ball as well, Stan.
Yeah, they run the ball quite a bit. Their quarterback, Taylor Rowe, they run a wing T offense. He is quite a runner himself, and he's got two big backs in the backfield with him, and they're gonna challenge Parkview at the line.
Okay, so it should be a clash of the Titans. It's just one more game to go before the state championship next week at James Madison University. The winner moves on, and for the loser, their season is over. Right now, you look at midfield for the coin toss to see which team will take the ball first. The referee now explaining it might be one of those new quarters, and they're trying to explain which side is heads, which side is tails there, Stan.
Well, I wonder if they're using the new NFL rules where you have to call it before the flip.
So it looks like Parkview has won the toss, and from the looks of it, they will receive the ball. And that's where we'll stand when we come back. We'll have the kickoff for you. We have to mention that this game would not be possible were it not for World Gym. This game is brought to you by World Gym. Visit one of their two locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes or weight training. The kickoff when we come back.
This is World Gym. Now you can start working out at a state-of-the-art facility with personalized training, aerobic and step classes, a complete health bar, and our fully supervised Kids Club nursery. Now's the time to get in shape. So call World Gym in Sterling, Virginia. The number is 703-444-9802. World Gym, the only gym.
Welcome back to Cooley Field in Williamsburg, Virginia. It's the Division IV state semifinals between the Parkview Patriots and the Lafayette Rams. Joining me once again today is Stan Rogers to do the color commentary. I'm Mike Caldwell. And this is the dream that Parkview has had from the start of this season. Last year they advanced to the AAA Regional and lost to West Potomac Wolverines. They're hoping to move on to the States, and here's the kickoff. Back deep as William Chester takes it right around the goal line. Chester has a seam. Chester has a big seam. William Chester, just the kicker to beat. William Chester, he's at the 30. Two men to beat, chasing him down. William Chester, and how's that for the start to a game?
Well, that is about the last thing you want to do against Parkview is give up a quick score, because now you're going to be forced to put the ball in the air probably, unless they can establish a running game right away. And many teams have done this, fallen behind early against Parkview, and they'll just eat you up then.
He took that right around the goal line and found a huge seam right up the middle and went untouched for the end zone. And that's the way this thing starts. Parkview's offense is like lightning in a bottle, but they probably didn't expect to score this quickly, Stan.
Beautiful blocking scheme on that kickoff.
On to do the extra point duties for Parkview is Brandon DeVelli, and DeVelli has already set a state AA record this year, 4 extra points in a season. Number 8 is DeVelli. Nick Smith doing the holding kick is up, and it's good.
That's number 69 out of 71 attempts for DeVelli this year, a new state record, as you said. What's interesting about that is he is 1 for 2 in field goal attempts on the year. Yeah, so he's kicking a lot of extra points, but very rarely do they stop and actually try a field goal.
And you see there on the other side an appreciative Parkview fan. They've come here all the way from Sterling Park and those surroundings. They made the 2.5-hour trip down to Williamsburg, and they've got a packed bleachers there on the other side of the field.
It's a beautiful day for football, too. It's about 65, bright sunshine. They're not calling for any rain today. I mean, who would have thought the weekend after Thanksgiving we'd be in shirt sleeves, but it's a beautiful day for football.
Yes, it is. Brandon DeVelli now will do the kickoff duties for Parkview, and back deep for the Lafayette Rams is number 1, George Piggott, and he's flanked by number 22, B.J. Gray, and on the left side, number 25, it looks like, Alan Rutherford.
Piggott, a 6'3", 180 junior. He's got some size and some speed. Let's see what he can do.
So Parkview is out in front, just less than a minute gone here in the first half of the state semifinal. There's DeVelli's kick. It's fielded by number 22, B.J. Gray. And Gray has an opening. B.J. Gray looked to duplicate the feat of William Chester there, but he's dragged down around the 37-yard line. That's where the Lafayette Rams will take over on offense.
Looks like Nick Smith was in on that tackle.
So the Lafayette Rams in their first offensive possession of the day. They like to run, and then run some more, Stan.
And they're a big, strong team with a big offensive line. They're good at it. It got them this far.
Taylor Rowe is the quarterback for Lafayette. He gives the ball up the middle to Lamont Logan. Lamont Logan is their main man in the backfield.
He's their workhorse. 1,700 yards this year. Like I said before at the open, I'm sorry, Mike. What Parkview's going to need to do is shut down this running attack and make them throw the ball, because Taylor Rowe, the quarterback for the Lafayette Rams, has not proven that he's a great passer.
And Lafayette, to slow down this Parkview offense, would love to have a nice ball control attack and keep the ball all day long and move it. Lamont Logan this time goes nowhere over the right side of the vaunted Parkview defense. Stan,
that's what you have to do against Parkview, is you have to develop a running game, eat up the clock, because they score quickly. They score in bunches like off the opening kickoff. And, if you get behind 14 or 21 points to this team, they will eat you up.
Brings up a third down now and 4 for the Lafayette Rams. Once again, the quarterback is Taylor Rowe, number 11. He fakes the handoff, looks to pitch, and it's a fumble on the play. Looks like Josh Horn fell on it, but that could have spelled disaster for the Lafayette Rams. Already down 7-0, fumbled in their own territory.
I'm not sure that would have been ruled a fumble anyway, Mike. It appeared to me that the ball was traveling slightly forward on that. It could have been called a forward pass. It would have been interesting to see what the call would be on that. But
Taylor Rowe is on to punt now, the quarterback, so he's a threat to pass. But he kicks it away, and back deep for Parkview is Timmy Murphy, number 7, a deep kick. And if it doesn't, it rolls into the end zone. So that's a touchback in high school football. Looked like Lafayette may have had some time there to down it, but they didn't.
It was a beautiful kick.
All right, so with the score 7-0 Parkview with 9:46 remaining in the first quarter, we're going to take a break. We have to remind you this game is brought to you by World Gym. Visit one of their 2 locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes or weight training.
This is World Gym. Now you can start working out at a state-of-the-art facility with personalized training, aerobic and step classes, a complete health bar, and our fully supervised Kids Club nursery. Now's the time to get in shape. So call World Gym in Sterling, Virginia. The number is 703-444-9802. World Gym, the only gym.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Cooley Field in Williamsburg. Parkview now in their first offensive possession of the game. They already lead this one 7-0. Nick Smith, and this is a play that Parkview runs almost every time in its first play from scrimmage. Nick Smith over the right side.
I just wonder if Coach Mickey Thompson for Parkview has a script for his first series or his first 15 plays, because you see the same play at the beginning of the game every time.
Second down now and 9 for the Parkview Patriots. Nick Smith is the quarterback. Joining him in the backfield is Nelson Stickley. We'll talk about that in a moment. Smith back to pass. Some pressure. He's got Joe Larson open over the middle. Larson looked like he had it, bobbled it, and then lost it around the 45-yard line. Would have been a big play.
Well, that just, as if to answer my question, Mickey Thompson calls a pass on second down, which we haven't seen Parkview do in quite a while. I wonder if they see something in the Lafayette defense that makes them think they can hit the deep ball over the middle.
It's third down now for Parkview at their own 21-yard line, and it's a 3rd and 9. Nick Smith in the shotgun formation. Dustin Dudinsky goes in motion. The give is to Dudinsky, but we have a flag, 2 flags on the play. It may be motion. And that is the call. Illegal motion on Parkview, so that'll back them up 5 yards, bringing up a 3rd down and 14. Parkview offense this year, Stan, is averaging right around 42 points per game.
Very potent attack. Now, Lafayette defense, they run a 5-2, but I've noticed that the cornerbacks are really playing up tight. They're playing the bump and run. They're watching out for the sweep.
They seem to be daring Parkview to throw the ball. And this is a throwing situation. Stickley now in motion. The fake is to him. Smith back to pass again. He's got Larson wide open. Joe Larson, he's at the 45-yard line, and he's bumped out of bounds, but not before a huge pickup, 1st down pickup. Parkview once again in Lafayette territory. Joe Larson has just been Mr. Everything. He does it all for Parkview. He does the dirty work. And occasionally, you'll get some glory plays like that one. It's 1st down now for Parkview at the Lafayette 40-yard line. Joe Larson made 1st team all-region at tight end. The give now is up the middle to Nelson Stickley on 1st down carry. Stickley, Stan, had a big game last week in the regional final against the Charlottesville Black Knights. Ran for 150 yards, had 2 touchdowns.
And said after the game that he felt better than he had felt all season. He's getting his confidence back. That ankle isn't bothering him anymore. Like I said, I look to him to have a big game today.
Okay, it's 2nd down now and 5 for the Parkview Patriots. Dudinsky goes in motion. Fake. Smith rolling right, but he's got nobody. Nick Smith finds a lot of room. Nick Smith tackled at the 17-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there, but looked like by number 47 of Lafayette, Wilbert Hill. Excuse me, that was number 3, Trey Wynn.
Trey Wynn.
Going to have my spectacles checked. All right, now it's another 1st down for Parkview deep in Lafayette territory.
Yeah, that was a broken play. He was going to throw on that. But
the snap this time goes to Stickley, and he is tackled in the backfield by a host of Rams. Number 72, Justin Kelly, in on the stop. Yeah, you're right, Stan. That did look like a broken play. It looked like Smith wanted to pass, but then just kept it himself and found a lot of room.
I think he had a man open, too. I thought I saw Dudinsky getting open in the downfield, but he never had a chance.
Okay, it's a loss of 2 on the play. It's 2nd down and 12 for the Parkview Patriots. Stickley goes in motion. He gets the ball from Smith. He's got some room around the right side. He's got Joe Larson blocking. Nelson Stickley, he's knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Another great block by Joe Larson, leading the way.
Nelson Stickley, last week he said that he felt 100% for the first time in quite some time. As you mentioned off the top, he's been nursing a sore ankle. It's a 1st down and goal now for Parkview. They're knocking on the door. It's their first offensive possession of the game. They already lead 7-0. Nick Smith over the right side, touchdown, Parkview Patriots.
And that's what the Patriots do. They'll run Stickley at you, let you start keying on him, and then Smith will keep it. Or he'll hand it to Dudinsky on a sweep. And it's a hard attack to stop. This single wing is a complicated offense, but Parkview has it down.
The Patriots have so many weapons that can hurt you. Brandon DeVelli on for his 2nd extra point attempt of the day. And the kick is good. So with 6:47 left in the 1st quarter, Stan Rogers, it's the Parkview Patriots 14, the Lafayette Rams nothing. And we'll take a break. And we want to remind you, as always, this game would not be possible were it not for World Gym. and visit one of their 2 locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes or weight training. Back in a moment.
This is World Gym. Now you can start working out at a state-of-the-art facility with personalized training, aerobic and step classes, a complete health bar, and our fully supervised Kids Club nursery. Now's the time to get in shape. So call World Gym in Sterling, Virginia. The number is 703-444-9802. World Gym, the only gym.
Welcome back, everybody, to Williamsburg, Virginia. If you're a Parkview fan, it's a great day already. Not only is it sunny, but the Parkview Patriots lead early in this one, 14-0. They drew first blood on the opening kickoff on a 95-plus yard return from William Chester. Then on their second possession, they just marched it right downfield, a long drive capped off by a 2 or 3 yard Nick Smith touchdown.
Now the Rams had a beautiful blocking scheme on the first kickoff that they took. They almost broke that one. Let's see what they can do with this one.
And here's DeVelli's kick. This time it's number 1, George Piggott. Piggott has some room around the left side. Another block. Ramey could not make the tackle. Piggott is finally knocked out of bounds on the Parkview sideline, but he gets up to about the Lafayette 45-yard line. Now the Lafayette Rams are the state AA runner-up. They lost to Salem last year in the championship.
So they're playing for an opportunity to play against either Salem or
it's Martinsville
next week in the championship game.
Right, the winner of this one will play the winner of that one at James Madison University in Harrisonburg.
You got to wonder if Lafayette's looking past Parkview in hopes of getting another shot at Salem this year.
There was a flag on the play here, and so Lafayette, what once looked like to be great starting field position, are going to be backed up. Didn't exactly catch the penalty there. The signal is from the referee. I believe it was a clip, and that's.
You can usually count on that. If it's a call on a kickoff return, it's either a clip or an illegal block in the back.
So the Lafayette Rams now are backed up deeper in their own territory. Taylor Rowe now looking to pass, but he's got some pressure. Dustin Dudinsky with a great tackle on Taylor Rowe. Dudinsky is he leads the team with touchdown receptions, and he's also a very tough defensive back there at only 5'6".
And only 5'6", which brings up a point about some of the receivers that the Rams have. They have some big receivers, and that may work in their favor eventually because the defensive backs for Parkview are not that tall. They may try to get some of their big receivers downfield and throw up some jump balls.
Taylor Rowe managed to gain a yard on the play at 2nd down and 9. The give is up the middle to number 32, Lamont Logan, and he doesn't get very much. Lamont Logan made first team all-region as a running back for the Lafayette Rams.
Now the strong suit on the Rams offense is their line. They're big and they're strong and they open holes, and they're having some problems, it looks like, with the Parkview defense.
It's a third down and 8 for the Lafayette Rams. Number 29, Josh Horn, over the left side. And that run is not going to be enough for a first down. It's going to be a good 4 or 5 yards short. Brings up a 4th down for the Rams. And Taylor Rowe is on to try his 2nd punt of the day. And back deep is Timmy Murphy, number 7 for the Patriots.
Almost blocked that kick.
Murphy nearly tackled, but he breaks away. Timmy Murphy going down the right side. Murphy bulls over a tackler, Mike Tom, for the Lafayette Rams.
Almost blocked the kick, and the fans think that there should have been a call for roughing the kicker on that play, but no flag was dropped.
No flag was dropped, so Parkview will take over on its 2nd offensive possession of the day near their own 40-yard line. The score is 14-0 Patriots here with 4:38 left in the first quarter. Smith back in the shotgun. Dudinsky in motion. The fake Dudinsky, the inside handoff to Stickley. That play worked for a touchdown last week against the Charlottesville Black Knights, but it looked like Lafayette was ready for it.
Lafayette was ready, but it was some good inside running by Stickley. Keeps his knees high, keeps his shoulders down, and just keeps plugging along. It's a strong back.
Nelson Stickley, despite what some people would say was an off year for him, still managed to pile up over 1,000 yards. So it's a second down now and 9 for the Parkview Patriots. Dudinsky goes in motion. It's a fumble on the play. It's a fumble on the play. Looks like it was recovered by the Lafayette Rams. So that's the Park. Oh, they're going to say that he was down on. Oh, no. It looked like they were going to say that Parkview retained possession, but they've given the ball to Lafayette Rams.
One official came in and said that the ball was the runner was down, but he was overruled by another official, and it was a good call. The handoff was never made. Smith turned to make the handoff, and this happens at times in the single wing with all of the backs that you have there. They run into each other sometimes. They brush by the ball, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
So that's the first turnover of the game. And there's a timeout called by the Parkview Patriots. We'll keep it right here to talk about what's going on so far. One thing that Parkview hasn't done pretty much all season and not in the playoffs is really turn the ball over very much.
I can't remember the last time I've seen them turn the ball over. They have got that single wing down. Like I said, there's a lot of backs in the backfield. There's a lot of motion. There's a lot of crisscrossing and spinning by the backs, and you would think that would create a lot more turnovers, but Mickey Thompson has this team well coached, well disciplined. They practice this thing on a regular basis. They're really, really good at it. So that was a rare turnover on their part.
So we'll see what the Lafayette Rams can do with the first turnover of the game. So far offensively, they've been held in check by this Parkview defense, which allows right around a touchdown a game.
This is the first time they've been working with the short field. Let's see what they can do here.
So it's a first down and 10 for the Lafayette Rams at the Parkview 38-yard line. Taylor Rowe under center. Gives it to Wilbert Hill. And there is another fumble on the play. This time Parkview signaling it has the ball. We'll wait for the referee to untangle the players to find out. Lafayette retains possession.
Didn't pick up much on that play.
It's a second down and 9 yards on the play. Second down, 9.5 yards. The Lafayette Rams lost their first game of the season and haven't lost since. Taylor Rowe back to pass. He's got a lot of pressure. Rowe is sacked. Taylor Rowe sacked on the play. Looked like number 20, William Chester.
Number 50 was in on that play.
Chris Lewis. That's going to back the Lafayette Rams way up. It's a third down. And call it half a mile.
It looks like Parkview's got them right where they wanted them. Like I said, they're not. They haven't been tested much in the air, and the Parkview is daring them to throw the ball now.
Rowe rolling right, more pressure, is going deep. He's got a man, number 80. Touchdown, Lafayette. Lance Gray on the reception, number 80 for the Lafayette Rams. He broke behind the Parkview secondary, and Rowe lobbed it up there. Lance Gray bobbled it. It looked like a little bit, Stan, and he saw it flashing before him. If I drop this, there goes our touchdown.
Lance Gray, 6'3", 175. Like I said, they've got some receivers that are big, and the Parkview defensive backs are not that tall. So this may be the way to play Parkview. Throw the ball up, go for the jump ball, see what happens. So on that play, though, he just plain got behind the defender.
So the Lafayette Rams won a timeout with 2:09 left in the first quarter. The Rams are now on the board, trailing Parkview 14-6. They may want to talk this over, Stan, to see whether they want to go for the two-point conversion here.
I don't know much about their kicking game, so I don't know whether they usually kick their extra points or if they've usually gone for the two. With Logan in the backfield, I would think you would try for two.
So it's what coaches have talked about a lot. In order to beat Parkview, you have to be able to mix it up. You can't be one-dimensional. And Lafayette went to the air, and it looks like they're going to go for the two-point conversion here. A lot is at stake, obviously. The winner moves on to the state finals next weekend. Rowe under center, the give to Lamont Logan, and Logan bulls his way into the end zone for the two-point conversion.
As I suspected, you have a guy as big and strong as Logan is. Go for the two.
Okay, well, it's obvious that what happened here is Lafayette hadn't scored. We thought they had scored a touchdown, but the referees marked him down at the 2-yard line. So Lamont Logan going in there was not for the two-point conversion, but rather for the touchdown. And the extra point afterwards was blocked, which makes the score 14-6.
From our vantage point, which is towards the other end of the field, I thought he had crossed the goal line on the reception, but both of us were mistaken on that.
So we apologize for that. Scores 14-6, 2:05 left in the first quarter. Parkview defense has been scored upon.
A rare thing for the Parkview defense.
Number 10, Connor Hughes, is on to do the kicking for the Lafayette Rams. Back deep for the Parkview Patriots, William Chester, who's already returned one for a touchdown today, and Nelson Stickley. Connor Hughes with a squib kick, and it's fielded by Charles Ramey, number 15. Ramey is tackled at the Parkview 40-yard line. And that's where Parkview will take over on its third offensive possession of the day. The second one ended with a fumble, which turned into a Lafayette touchdown. It's first and 10 at the 40-yard line for the Parkview Patriots. In the backfield is Nick Smith and Nelson Stickley. Parkview runs the single wing, which is an antiquated offense. The ball goes popular back in the 40s. Nelson Stickley there is tackled in the backfield for a loss on the play.
Great defensive play. The whole center of the Lafayette line got penetration that time.
Do you sense a shift in momentum, Stan?
Yeah, I think it's turning here. Parkview has got to make a big play right here and get this back.
The loss of one on the play at second down and 11 for Parkview. Nick Smith looking to pass. Dustin Dudinsky in the pattern. Smith looking for Joe Larson on the play, but the ball was broken up by number 77, Steve Cashman, for the Lafayette Rams.
Got a hand on that.
Parkview now facing a third down and 11 from their own 39-yard line.
Cashman, a defensive lineman, goes 6 feet 255. Showing a little agility. Yeah, getting to the outside. Some quick feet there.
1:21 left in the first quarter. Parkview ahead 14-6, facing a tough third down. It's a flat pass to Nelson Stickley, but he's tackled by number 75, Keith Parker, short of the first down, it appears. But then again, it appeared that they scored a touchdown, and
I don't think he made it. He looks like he's about a yard short on that.
Parkview is looking as if they will go for it. Their offense remains on the field. It's a team that rarely punts the ball.
This is a big play for Parkview. They really need to convert this. You don't want to give them the ball at midfield again.
4th down and 1. The snap is to Stickley. He gives to Larson. He pitches it to Smith. Smith has room around the right side. Smith gets the first down.
It's like about 7 yards on that play.
With about 5 or 6 to spare.
Little deception by Coach Thompson on that one. The single wing offense is pretty much deception at all times, but that's a play I may not have ever seen by Parkview before.
So it's a first down for the Patriots. They convert on their first 4th down of the game. They're just over midfield. The snap to Stickley, and Stickley bulls his way right through the middle of the Lafayette Ram defense. Nice pickup on the play for Stickley, close to another first down.
Come right back with a Ram right up the middle there.
Lance Gray on the stop for the Lafayette Rams. It's a 2nd down now and 3. And that's where we'll pick it up when the 2nd quarter gets underway, because that's the end of the 1st quarter. And your score, the Parkview Patriots, it's a good one, 14-6. And we must remind you this game is brought to you by World Gym. Visit one of their 2 locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes or weight training. The 2nd quarter when we come back.
This is World Gym. Now you can start working out at a state-of-the-art facility with personalized training, aerobic and step classes, a complete health bar, and our fully supervised Kids Club nursery. Now's the time to get in shape. So call World Gym in Sterling, Virginia. The number is 703-444-9802. World Gym, the only gym.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the start of the 2nd quarter here in the state semifinal game between the Parkview Patriots and the Lafayette Rams. It's a 2nd down and short for Parkview. The pitch back is to Nick Smith. He's got Charles Ramey double covered. Ramey could not hang on. Ramey had corralled the ball, brought it to his body, and then it squirted loose.
What a throw by Nick Smith. That had to travel 45 yards in the air, 40 yards. That was a beautiful throw by Smith.
Charles Ramey. I'm sorry, go ahead, Stan.
He's got a great arm. He doesn't look like a big guy. You wouldn't expect him to have an arm like that, and he can really let it fly.
Charles Ramey is the team's leading receiver. Had a chance to haul one in there, but it's a 3rd down now and 3 for the Parkview Patriots. Dudinsky in motion. The give is to Dudinsky. He's got a block from Larson. And a great tackle there by number 3 for Lafayette, Trey Wynn. Probably prevented a touchdown for Dustin Dudinsky because he was the last man to beat. But
the diminutive one against the diminutive one, because number 3, Trey Wynn, is 5'9", 160, going up against Dustin Dudinsky, who's about 5'6", 160, 165. So the little guys are getting involved now.
Now this looks like a first down, but the chain gang is out here to measure, and it is a Parkview first down. So Dustin Dudinsky there picks up the first down. He was 2nd team all region as a wide receiver. So Parkview now a first down just outside the Lafayette 35-yard line. Stickley in motion. They give us to Stickley around the right side. He's got Larson blocking. It's Nelson Stickley. Stickley is cut down at the 20-yard line by number 45, Mike Tom.
Number 80.
Number 80, Lance Gray, I'm sorry. Very, very close to 45, though. If you turn the numbers a certain way, it comes out to 80. Fans, I promise you I will begin seeing the game better as it goes on. It's a first down now for Parkview.
Parkview is turning the numbers now.
Dustin Dudinsky goes in motion. The fake is Dudinsky. Smith takes it himself right up the middle. So the Parkview offense seems to have it in gear. Nelson Stickley there nearly had a touchdown for the Patriots. But they're in pretty good shape. It's 2nd down now. 2nd down at about 5 or 6 for the Patriots. Smith deep. They give it to Dinsky around the left side. Larson again out in front, leading the way. There's a flag on the play.
I thought I saw motion in the backfield before that play started, but I'm not sure about that.
We'll have to see what the flag is for. Joe Larson was out there blocking. Don't know whether it was on him or... And it's a clip against Parkview. So that's going to back him up. Now that it is the second quarter, we want to tell you that we have another sponsor to introduce. It's Belford Furniture. This whole second quarter is going to be brought to you by Belford Furniture. It's the area's leading Broyhill and Pennsylvania house dealer. Please visit Belford Furniture off Route 28 in Sterling. Well, Parkview was, speaking of furniture, Parkview was seated comfortably early on in the first quarter. They're up 14-0, but the Lafayette Rams scored a touchdown, and they've drawn now within 8.
Now Parkview with a fumble in the first quarter, and now a couple of penalties against them. This is unusual for Parkview. They're a well-disciplined ball club. They don't usually do things like this.
So they got flagged there for unsportsmanlike conduct.
I did not catch the infraction there. I don't know what exactly took place, but they're being flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct and being moved back again.
So they're saying it was a dead ball foul. Parkview we're not exactly sure what happened here, Stan Rogers. Something, maybe one of the players said something or something along the bench, but Parkview has been back now way up. It's a 2nd down and 30 for the Patriots. They started this one deep in Lafayette territory. It's the inside pitch now, shovel pass to Dudinsky. Dudinsky over the left side gets plenty of it back, and there's going to be a flag on the play, and this time it'll probably be on Lafayette.
It's like Dudinsky picked up about 20 on that run.
Dudinsky got a lot of it back, and now it's a face mask call against the Lafayette Rams. So you're going to tack some yardage on the end of Dudinsky's run. Dustin Dudinsky has really done it all this year. He's, as we mentioned earlier, leads the team with touchdown receptions, and he's also been an effective runner. With the penalty, it's going to bring up a 3rd down and short for Parkview. They're about, it's a 1st down. That's what the referees are signaling, at least.
So Lafayette missed a big opportunity there. They had them backed up with a 2nd down and 30. And Parkview comes up with the 1st down.
Actually, it's still 3rd down. The referees on the field had it wrong. It's a 3rd down now and 4 yards to go for Parkview, but it's a lot better than what it just was. The crowd now on the Lafayette sideline is looking for a stop. Nick Smith over the right side. He's got a hole, he's got blockers. Smith still on his feet.
He's got the 1st down.
1st down for Parkview. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line now.
At least from my vantage point, he has the 1st down, Mike. I'm not too sure of anything at this point.
So the Patriots knocking on the door once again. They already lead 14-6. 9:45 left until halftime. The snap is to Smith, and he's a huge, you just saw the movement there. The Lafayette defense was completely blown off the ball. Smith could have walked that one in.
And DeVelli comes on to try his 3rd extra point of the game.
Parkview now leads it 20-6. So aside from the 1 turnover by the Parkview Patriots, they've been nearly flawless on offense. Snaps, and the DeVelli kick is good. Looks like they may have a roughing the kicker penalty on number 82, LaTroy Wallace of Lafayette. Didn't look like a whole lot of contact, but he did bump him. And that is the call. It's running into the kicker. So waiting for the outcome of this penalty to see what. Parkview's on top here, 21-6, and we're going to take a break. I want to remind you this quarter is brought to you in part by Belford Furniture, the area's leading Broyhill and Pennsylvania house dealer. Visit Belford Furniture off Route 28 in Sterling. Also, we have another sponsor talking about World Gym, the overall sponsor of this broadcast. Visit one of their 2 locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes or weight training. We'll be right back after these messages.
Every 9 seconds, a baby is born. Every 14 seconds, a couple marries. Every 30 seconds, someone chooses Broyhill Furniture. Why? There are over 2,000 reasons. Broyhill, America's favorite furniture.
Available at Belford Furniture, Washington's largest Broyhill gallery on Route 28 in Sterling.
This is World Gym. Now you can start working out at a state-of-the-art facility with personalized training, aerobic and step classes, a complete health bar, and our fully supervised Kids Club nursery. Now's the time to get in shape. So call World Gym in Sterling, Virginia. The number is 703-444-9802. World Gym, the only gym.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Cooley Field in Williamsburg, Virginia. Parkview Patriots kicking off from the Lafayette 45-yard line. This game has descended into a series of penalties. Parkview with the running into the kicker penalty was kicking off from the Lafayette 45-yard line. Brandon DeVelli has a heck of a leg.
He put it in the end zone, almost through the uprights. It was called back. Parkview has been moved back to the 50-yard line. Offsides on the kick.
So we're here in Williamsburg for the state semifinal game. Parkview's up 21-6. Brandon DeVelli is going to re-kick it, this time from midfield. Deep for the Lafayette Rams, George Piggott and B.J. Gray. Josh Horn is also back there. So we get a trio of people to receive this kick from DeVelli. It's a high one. It's deep in the end zone and can't be run back in high school. Anytime the ball goes in the end zone, that's where it stays. And so the Lafayette Rams are going to take over at their own 20-yard line. We're going to pause for a commercial break from our sponsor, World Gym. This game is brought to you by World Gym. Visit one of their 2 locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes or weight training.
This is World Gym. Now you can start working out at a state-of-the-art facility with personalized training, aerobic and step classes, a complete health bar, and our fully supervised Kids Club nursery. Now's the time to get in shape. So call World Gym in Sterling, Virginia. The number is 703-444-9802. World Gym, the only gym.
Every 9 seconds, a baby is born. Every 14 seconds, a couple marries. Every 30 seconds, someone chooses Broyhill Furniture. Why? There are over 2,000 reasons. Broyhill, America's favorite furniture.
Available at Belford Furniture, Washington's largest Broyhill gallery on Route 28 in Sterling.
Welcome back, everybody. Lafayette Rams taking over their own 20-yard line. The give is to number 32, Lamont Logan. Pickup of about 3 yards on the play for Logan. Logan is a stocky guy. Goes about 5'9", 190. Second down and 6 for the Lafayette Rams. Taylor Rowe under center. Give us to Josh Horn, number 29, around the left side. Horn is tackled out of bounds by Nick Smith. Nice tackle there by Smith.
Nice high open field tackle by Nick Smith.
But the tackle is not made before Josh Horn picks up the first down for the Rams.
Lafayette really needs to get a long drive going here. Get back in this game. Oh, you felt the momentum starting to shift towards Lafayette at the beginning of the second quarter after the fumble recovery and the touchdown, but Patriots came right back.
Logan up the middle for a couple. Stan, the Rams lost their entire backfield from their state runner-up team a year ago. All starters, but they have some offensive linemen that are back, and those are the guys that are trying to open holes against this tough Parkview defense.
It's a testament to their coaching staff too, because when you lose your skill players like that to graduation, to get back to this level, to be playing one game away from the championship game for the state, that's great coaching, great discipline.
Second down and 7 for Lafayette. Looks like the option in pitches, and it's a ball on the ground. It's recovered by Lafayette. That's the second time the Rams have put the ball on the ground. Both times they recovered. Number 47, Wilbert Hill for the Rams, pounced on it, but that could have spelled disaster.
Surprised to see the ball on the ground this much today. It's a beautiful warm day. Should be easy to hold on to the ball. Both teams are having trouble. Can only tell me that there's some big hits going on out there.
That's right. It's a third down now and 8 for the Rams.
Very important play. Very important play for the Rams here.
Number 80, Lance Gray, is split out wide to the left for the Rams. And this play is whistled dead before it can begin.
Like motion.
Delay of game against the Rams.
Oh.
So that'll bring up a third down and 13 now for the Rams with the delay of game penalty.
It looked to me like they had a man split out. It looked like to me like they were going to go downfield that time. Let's see what they do here. The 3rd and 13, you'd think that they'd run the same play.
Taylor Rowe throws it over. Throws it over to Lance Gray, but for a pickup of just a couple.
And there's a flag.
There's a flag after the play. We'll wait for the official signal. Joey Wisen there on the stop, number 40 for Parkview. And it's another personal foul call. This time it's against the Lafayette Rams. Oh, it's a double penalty against Lafayette and Parkview.
Offsetting penalties?
Stan, not exactly sure what's happening down there in the piles. Don't know whether they're penalizing people for trash talking or what. I didn't see a late hit.
I don't know. Last week against Charlottesville, some of the Parkview Patriots players claimed that the Charlottesville players were taking some punches in the piles and taking some cheap shots. And it happens, unfortunately, it happens when you get to this level. When you're playing for a state championship, you're this close. The emotions run high.
Okay, so it's a 4th down for Lafayette. Taylor Rowe, the quarterback, is on to do the punting. Back deep for the Patriots is number 7, Timmy Murphy. And the punt was partially blocked by number 20, William Chester, I think, in on that play. William Chester has really been a force here in the early going. Returned a kickoff for a touchdown. There's a partially blocked punt.
Oh, and that gives Parkview the ball at midfield. You cannot give the Patriots a short field at this point in the game.
So it's a first down for the Parkview Patriots just over midfield at the Lafayette 49-yard line. The score, Parkview 21, Lafayette 6. 7:06 remaining in the first half. Dustin Dudinsky goes in motion. The fake is to Dudinsky, and Smith is going to air it out. He's got Stickley wide open. Nelson Stickley tackled at the 2-yard line by number 3, Trey Wynn. A touchdown saving tackle by Wynn. Nelson Stickley there got behind everybody. He was all alone, Stan.
Nick Smith threw a rope, a 45-yard rope to Stickley. Just a beautiful play, well executed.
And that's the thing about this Parkview team this year as compared to last year. They can run and pass the ball with equal proficiency. So it's a first and goal now for the Parkview Patriots at the 2-yard line of Lafayette. They give it to Nick Smith. Oh, he's going to the right side, but he is gang tackled. He's met by number 5, Jonathan White.
And all of his friends.
Yeah, he brought a couple people to the party there.
Oh, yeah. You think they expected that play?
So no gain on the play for Nick Smith. It brings it still second down and goal to go. And we have a timeout on the field by Parkview, and we're going to take a timeout as well. Go to this break. We got to remind you that this game would not be possible if it weren't for World Gym. Visit one of their 2 locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes or weight training. We'll be back in a moment.
This is World Gym. Now you can start working out at a state-of-the-art facility with personalized training, aerobic and step classes, a complete health bar, and our fully supervised Kids Club nursery. Now's the time to get in shape. So call World Gym in Sterling, Virginia. The number is 703-444-9802. World Gym, the only gym.
Back, everybody. Second down and goal to go for the Parkview Patriots. Already up 21-6 here in the state semifinal against the Lafayette Rams down in Williamsburg. The snap is to Nick Smith. He punches his way into the end zone. Nick Smith, touchdown, Parkview. Nick Smith there scores for Parkview. Aside from the fumble, Parkview has had its way on offense today. They're up 27-6 right now, and Brandon DeVelli is on to try the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. 28-6. Parkview Patriots, Stan.
They're starting to pull away now, and this is what they've done every week. By the time you get to halftime, they've usually pulled away enough. They can relax in the second half. They start running the ball. They just start pounding Stickley, giving it to Dudinsky around the end. They don't have to throw the ball anymore. Lafayette has got to stop the run now.
And Lafayette doesn't play the kind of offense that allows them to catch up quickly. They're a run-oriented team, don't throw the ball very much. Even though you see the Parkview cheerleaders there on the opposite side of the field doing their push-ups as they do every time Parkview scores a touchdown.
I think they're going to be glad when the season's over. They're going to be in good shape.
They're going to be in great shape. This is the second quarter, and another sponsor this quarter is Belfort Furniture. Belfort is the area's leading Broyhill and Pennsylvania house dealer. Visit Belfort Furniture off Route 28 in Sterling. Brandon DeVelli on to do the kicking again. There it is, the high hanger. Fielded by number 22, B.J. Gray. Gray had a seam and it closed quickly. It was Jonathan Petrie there, number 89 on the stop. Lafayette's going to take over just shy of their own 30-yard line. Off the 27.
Time to find out what the Lafayette Ram players are made of, being down 28-6 here, going into halftime. It's gut check time. They've got to score here.
Yeah, the Rams average around 30 points a game, and they're going to have to get on that if they want to get back in this one. There's Josh Horn over the left side. He's tackled for very short. Joey Wiesen on the stop, number 40 for the Parkview Patriots, one of their tough, hard-nosed linebackers.
They came out doing the same thing on this drive that they've been doing through the whole game. They're trying to run that off tackle, which has worked for them all season, but at this point, you would think they'd want to change their approach a little bit. You're down. You really need to score some points in a hurry.
They gave him 4 on the carry. It's a 2nd down and 6 for the Rams. Taylor Rowe looking to pass. Number 80, Lance Gray there on the reception. Gray fell down on his pattern but got up to make the catch.
It's a great play by Gray. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. They need to do more of this. They have some tall receivers. They could get them running some slants, some crossing routes. The Parkview DBs are not that tall. If Taylor Rowe can get the ball to his receivers and get it to them high, I think they can start moving the ball downfield. But this is not something that they
play a little jump ball.
Exactly.
All right, so that reception was good for a 1st down by Gray. They go back to the run to Josh Horn, one of their 2,000-yard rushers this year, and Horn is stopped for very little. Tackle on the play made by Nick Smith, number 9. It's 5:12 remaining left here in the first half. Parkview up 28-6. This time they send Scott Shepard, as does Lafayette, on the right side. A little inside handoff for Lafayette. And number 47, Wilbert Hill, is stopped shy of the 1st down. He'll be way short of the 1st down. I'll bring up 3rd down and about 5.
And I expected them to go to Scott Shepard on that play. He's one of those big receivers. He's 6'4". You could get him into the defensive backfield and throw some jump balls. I think it could work for them if Taylor Rowe can get the ball to him.
Yeah, it seemed like Lafayette Stan was trying to spread him out on that play and then run a little trickery there up the middle. It didn't work. Parkview was not fooled. It's 3rd down and 5 for the Rams. Rowe this time looking to pass again. He's got Lance Gray for a 1st down yardage.
This is good coaching. See, now what they're doing here is they're setting up their play action passing game. They ran that little one up the middle the previous play. They get the Parkview defensive line to tighten up. They get the linebackers to come up a little bit, and then they hit this route to Lance Gray with a nice catch.
So the Rams have a nice drive going here, trailing 28-6. It's 1st down at the Parkview 38-yard line. The give is to Josh Horn around the left side. Horn tackled by Wiesen, but a nice pickup there by Josh Horn.
Nice tackle by Wiesen. Had he gotten past Wiesen, he had some open field. Momentum's changing. The Lafayette crowd is getting into the game. They're going to measure here.
Exhorting their team on. Joey Wiesen made that stop. Also made 1st team all-region as a linebacker. He had an interception return for a touchdown last week in the regional final against Charlottesville. And as you see the measurement there, the Rams are just short of a 1st down.
A 2nd and short, this would be the perfect time for the play action pass. The Parkview's got to be expecting a run by Logan or Horn up the middle here.
So Lamont Logan is in the backfield. They've got Horn split back. The give is to Logan up the middle, and that'll be enough for a Lafayette 1st down.
Well, it worked. You go with what brung you, right?
That's right. It's hard to change your identity. This is what's worked for you all season long. It's hard to change midstream. It's a 1st down for the Rams. Clock is winding down here until halftime. 3:18 to go. The Rams on their best offensive drive of the game. Rowe gives it to Josh Horn. He finds about a yard there over the left side, tackled by a host of Parkview defenders. Coach Mickey Thompson said earlier this week about Lafayette that on film there are no real standouts, no real athletes that really scare you. Now Taylor Rowe looking to pass. He's got a man. He's got Lamont Logan. And that's going to be close to another Lafayette first down. We are in the second quarter, and this quarter is brought to you in part by Belford Furniture, the area's leading Broyhill and Pennsylvania house dealer. Please visit Belford Furniture off Route 28 in Sterling. Stan, I saw George Murasan, my giant at Belford Furniture last year, now playing for the, or not playing very much, but for the New Jersey Nets.
Doing a little acting?
Doing a little acting on the side, getting hurt, not scoring very much.
He's in New York. He can do some little cameo appearances on some shows up there while he's hurt.
Joey Wisen trying to get the Parkview fans into this one. Parkview defense is having its first real test of the ball game. Lafayette is moving downfield. The measurement just short of a first down. It's second and short. Lamont Logan picks up the first down and then more.
This is a really nice drive that Lafayette's put together here. This is exactly what they needed. A little confidence builder going into halftime. They've got to score some points, though, for this to be effective. But if they do score here, this is going to be a big lift for this team at halftime, and they really need it now.
All right, clock now under 2 minutes remaining until halftime. They give it to Josh Horn around the left side. He's got some blocking. Horn down to the 1 yard line before he's bumped out of bounds by Nick Smith.
A couple of nice blocks thrown on that play. They really set that up well.
So Lafayette mixing it up a little bit here, running inside and outside.
They're looking a little like Notre Dame out there right now in those gold helmets.
For Parkview's sake, let's hope they don't have the luck of the Irish today. So it's a first down and goal to go. Around the 1 yard line, they give it to Josh Horn. Horn is in the end zone. Lafayette Rams scored their second touchdown of the day. First by Josh Horn.
You definitely go for two here, right?
That would be the thinking. So with 1:33 to go until halftime, it's Lafayette trailing the Parkview Patriots 28-12. And the Rams will go for the 2-point conversion.
This is a big play for them. They really need this. It's going to get them within 14.
The fake to Logan. Rowe under pressure.
Rowe.
Jonathan Petrie and others chasing him down. The ball is broken up there by number 6, Matt Priddy there. Rowe was looking for number 47, Wilbert Hill. And Priddy stepped in front of it and made a pretty play. With 1:33 left until halftime, we're going to take a break. And we want to tell you this game is brought to you by World Gym. Visit one of their 2 locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes or weight training. We'll be back in a moment.
This is World Gym. Now you can start working out at a state-of-the-art facility with personalized training, aerobic and step classes, a complete health bar, and our fully supervised Kids Club nursery. Now's the time to get in shape. So call World Gym in Sterling, Virginia. The number is 703-444-9802. World Gym, the only gym.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Cooley Stadium in Williamsburg. The Lafayette Rams just scored on an 11-play, 72-yard drive. There's 1:33 left until halftime. The Parkview Patriots, your Parkview Patriots, are up 28-12 here in this state semifinal game. The winner next week moves on to the state finals in Harrisonburg, Virginia. There's a squib kick by Lafayette, and Dustin Dudinsky picks it up around the 20-yard line. He's working left. Dustin Dudinsky, tackling the play by Mike Tom. for the Lafayette Rams.
Dudinsky putting a little hit on Mike Tom there, giving him a little when he's getting tackled. Dudinsky is a tough runner. For a little guy, he really puts it to him.
He makes you pay for hitting him. So can the Patriots, big question is, can they get some more points on the board here before the half? This offense is a potent attack.
I think they need to. I don't think Lafayette's going to go away easily. You know, they remind me a little bit of Loudoun County. They look a little like Loudoun County out there. And Loudoun County gave Parkview some good games this year, some really good games.
Nick Smith back to pass. He's looking deep. Michael McDermott. What a pass by Nick Smith. Lightning in a bottle. They can strike just like that, the Parkview Patriots.
Like I said before, they can score in bunches. You need to keep the ball away from them. If you stop the running attack of Parkview, that's what they'll do to you. And not to say that Lafayette has stopped their running attack, but that's 2 long passes by Nick Smith in the last 2 drives. Just beautiful.
Michael McDermott got behind the defense, and he was wide open. Nick Smith hit him with a perfect pass right in stride, and McDermott just scooted all the way into the end zone. It's Brandon DeVelli now on for the extra point for Parkview, and it's good. So 1 play from scrimmage. The Patriots had 1:32 left to work with to score. It only took them 1 play. They lead this one 35-12. And now Lafayette will look to try to get some points of their own before the half. And we're going to take a break here for a word from our commercial sponsor, World Gym. Visit one of their 2 locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes or weight training. All right, everybody, welcome back to Cooley Field. While we were away, Parkview kicked off, squib kick, and it was recovered by Lafayette. They'll take over at their own 36-yard line. Lance Gray had a big day. He's out in the pattern. Taylor Rowe looking for him, but he's got under heavy duress. Rowe is dragged down, sacked on the play by Jimmy Harris. Clock still ticking, under a minute to go until halftime. And Lafayette, after Lafayette marched down the field on a long, time-consuming drive, the Parkview Patriots struck back just like that.
That's got to take the wind out of your sails.
Parkview scored 56 points last week against Charlottesville. They already have 35 today in the first half. Josh Horn is running right and picking up very little. In fact, I believe he lost a yard on the play.
Great defensive play by Parkview. All their players well disciplined, staying in their lanes, stringing the play out, making him go all the way to the sideline.
Lafayette not calling a timeout here to stop the clocks. They may just be content to go, maybe not content, but they may just go into the locker room trailing.
Time to regroup.
35-12, and it doesn't look like they're going to get off another play here before the half. And that's it. So your first half, it's all Parkview. They lead this one 35-12. They are a half away from advancing to the state finals next weekend in Harrisonburg, Virginia, and the Parkview crowd loves it. We're going to take a break here, but before we go, we must remind you that this game is brought to you by World Gym. Please visit one of their 2 locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes, and they've got some weight training too that you want to take advantage of. We'll be right back with the second half after this.
This is World Gym. Now you can start working out at a state-of-the-art facility with personalized training, aerobic and step classes, a complete health bar, and our fully supervised kids club nursery. Now's the time to get in shape. So call World Gym in Sterling, Virginia. The number is 703-444-9802. World Gym, the only gym.
Patriots lead this one 35-12. They're 1 half away from reaching the state finals. Parkview took the opening kickoff of this game back for a touchdown. They've never trailed, and they've dominated on offense as they've dominated all season. This is Mike Caldwell for Channel 3. Joining me today is Stan Rogers doing the color commentary. There's the kickoff by DeVelli. It's kind of a squibber. It's picked up by Lafayette's number 15, Joe Nieder-Wiedner. Joe Nieder-Wiedner, Stan. So the Lafayette Rams
But for a few big plays in the first half, the Lafayette Rams would be in this game. The opening kickoff run back by the Patriots, a couple of long passes by Nick Smith. Other than that, the Rams have really done a pretty good job. They've got to stop the big play.
Okay, so Lafayette, led by quarterback Taylor Rowe, brings them up. They give it to Josh Horn around the left side. And Horn picks up about 4 or 5 before he's tackled by a host of Parkview Patriots. Lafayette, in the first half, had about 127 yards. This is unofficial stats here, but 127 yards of total offense. They put together a nice drive right before the half, but then Parkview answered back on a long pass play from Nick Smith to Michael McDermott. They give it to Josh Horn, again, around the left side. Horn looks like he'll be close to first down yardage.
Most interesting stat out of that first half is that Lafayette held the ball for 14 minutes during the first half. Parkview only 9 and change. And this just points up what I was saying earlier. If they didn't give up the big play, they were doing what they needed to do. They needed to control the clock, hang on to the ball, and wear Parkview down. But they've given up 3 really big plays that have hurt them.
So that carry was good enough for a Lafayette first down. The fake, they give it to Lamont Logan. Logan in the first half had 8 carries for only 23 yards, so Parkview has done a very good job today in bottling up Lafayette's leading rusher, Logan, with around a little more than 1,700 yards on the year. So it's a second down now and 7 for the Lafayette Rams. They give it to Josh Horn again on the left side. He's got some good blocks. Horn fighting for good yardage. It'll be a first down on the play.
McDermott on the tackle there.
Josh Horn had 1,100 yards rushing on the year. So Lafayette is picking up right where it left off in the first half, putting together several first downs now here to start things off. They trail this one 35-12. First half just underway. Taylor Rowe back to pass. The ball is caught. The referees say the ball was caught inbounds by Lance Gray, the big wideout for Lafayette. He's had a big first half. Parkview was saying that he was out of bounds on the play, but the referee said he caught it after the deflection inbounds. It's a second down now and 4 to go for the Lafayette Rams.
Looks to me like Lance Gray may be their biggest threat in the second half. He had a great first half.
They give again to Josh Horn. He's the workhorse here so far in the second half. He's shoved out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Pick up about 1 on the play.
A nice play by Stickley there, knocking him out of bounds.
It's a third down and 3 now for Lafayette. A big third down now. Parkview looking for a stop here.
It's a big play for Parkview. They want to keep Lafayette from getting any momentum here.
Fumble on the play. Lafayette was trying the inside handoff and coughed up the ball. The Rams now have fumbled the ball 3 times, and each time they've come up with the ball. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 3 at the 35-yard line. But
you got to go for it here.
Exactly. Trailing in this one, a right to be in the state championship on the line. You got to go for it, and that's what the Lafayette Rams are going to do.
If you're across midfield, it's 4-down territory at this point.
Rowe looking to pass. He hooks up with Gray. Just enough for first down yardage, it seems, but it'll depend on the spot. Lafayette signaling they've got the first down, and the referee, that's who matters, and the referee says it is a first down. 9:29 left here in the third quarter.
Another big play by Lafayette there.
So Lafayette's moving the ball. We got to remind you that this game is brought to you by World Gym. Please visit one of their 2 locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes or weight training. Rowe fakes, pump fake, going deep. He's got Gray broken up there by Matt Pretty. Nice defense there by Pretty. But there's a flag on the play.
Refs are talking it over. Let's see what the call is.
Taylor Rowe went with the pump fake, hoping to suck the defense in. Then he went deep for Gray. And we're checking in on the call now from the referees. They're calling unsportsmanlike conduct on the Parkview Patriots.
I believe that's the 3rd time they've been called for unsportsmanlike conduct, and that is very unusual for Mickey Thompson's Patriots. They very rarely commit those kind of penalties.
So that negates a great play by Matt Pretty. The unsportsmanlike penalty brings the Lafayette Rams to the 16-yard line. So the Parkview players there, Joe Larson, are talking to the referees saying, hey, what's going on? First down and 10 for the Rams. They put together a nice drive here. They gave us to Lamont Logan up the middle. Logan, nice tackle there by Nick Smith on the play. Smith shakes his head and says, Logan, I don't care if you have 1,700 yards. You're not going anywhere as long as I'm around.
It's not going to be Logan's run. Forgive me, I had to get it in sometime during the game.
Okay, so Lafayette Rams now faced with a 2nd down and 7. Ball on the Parkview 14-yard line. Josh Horn on the left side. Horn has room. Horn bullying through tacklers there. Andrew Hoffman in on the play, but the stop is made by number 2, Michael McDermott.
Great blocking on that play. They're opening up some holes.
So it's a 3rd down now and a short 2 for the Lafayette Rams. So we'll see what Lafayette does here. They pretty much run most of the day, but they've also had some effective passing when they've needed it. Lamont Logan surging towards the goal line.
That's going to be a first down, I believe.
And it is a first down. Looking for flags on the play. We've had a number of penalties in the first half.
It hasn't been the cleanest game we've seen all season.
So Lance Gray into the ball game for Lafayette Rams. He's been a receiving threat today, but they're down and close. So you figure they'll probably run the ball.
Got check time for the Parkview defensive line.
They give it to Josh Horn off the right side. Parkview did a great job there stringing that play out and stopping Horn.
Like I said before, they're disciplined players. They stay in their lanes. They know their assignments. They stick with them.
2nd down and goal for the Lafayette Rams. Trailing in this one, 35-12. This is the Division IV state semifinal game from Cooley Field in Williamsburg. An entertaining contest so far. Lamont Logan tries the middle, and Chris Lewis wrapped up Logan, had him by the legs, and didn't let him get into the end zone. The Parkview defense here.
Incredible play by the Parkview defensive line. Just not being pushed off the ball, getting low, staying it with their assignments. They're playing great ball here.
So Lafayette has had the ball the entire second half so far, 6:40 and ticking in the third quarter. It's a 3rd down and goal for the Rams. Fumble on the play, and it's recovered by Joe Larson of Parkview. So how do you like that, Stan?
Lafayette had the momentum. They come out in the second half. They're trying to put something together. If they score there and they get the two-point conversion, you could say they're back in the game, you know, with the momentum turning their way. But to turn the ball over on the goal line like that, it's devastating. Let's see what Parkview can do.
So the Parkview is going to take over, backed up at their own end on their own 4-yard line. Nick Smith in the shotgun, Stickley back there with him. The snap is to Smith. Smith looking to pass. He's got a man, Charles Ramey, wide open. Slightly overthrown there to Charles Ramey, but he was wide open, Stan.
That was 6. If Smith got the ball to Ramey there, he was gone.
You got to like Parkview.
Would have been another one-play drive. That would have been devastating.
They're backed up deep in their own end. Most teams would play conservative there and just try running the ball to give themselves better field position, but Parkview looks for the kill shot.
Well, they're definitely not most teams. Most teams don't run the single wing either.
2nd down and 10 for the Patriots. The snap is to Smith over the right side. Smith gives the Patriots a little bit of breathing room. Number 77, Steve Cashman there, makes the tackle for the Lafayette Rams. Cashman, goes 6 feet, 255 pounds. Once again, we want to remind you this game is brought to you by World Gym. Please visit one of their 2 locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes or weight training. It's a 3rd down now for the Parkview Patriots, 3rd and 7. Dudinsky in motion, high snap. Dudinsky takes it himself up the middle. Smith right up the gut, and looks like it's enough for 1st down yardage for the Parkview Patriots.
What a great run. He really showed some moves on that run. He has very quick feet.
And some great hands fielding that snap. That was a high snap. Could have easily gone into the end zone, but Smith hauled it in and then ran for the 1st down yardage.
I have to mention here, you know, we were talking earlier about Lafayette losing their starting backs from last year. Nick Smith's a junior. He's going to be back next year.
He's just a junior. They've got a couple of offensive weapons returning. Snap is to Smith. Again, he takes it up the middle, and he's tackled for a small gain. Looked like Steve Cashman on the stop, number 77, big number 77 for the Lafayette Rams.
Now, Wilbert Hill was in on that tackle too, number 47.
Go over some first half stats for Parkview. This is the first time they've had the ball in the second half. Nick Smith had 9 carries for 47 yards and a touchdown first half, but he was really deadly passing the ball. 4 out of 7 for 168 yards and a long touchdown to Michael McDermott. To give the snap is to Joe Larson. Larson for a couple of yards there over the right side.
A couple of tough yards. There have been occasions where Larson has taken that direct snap up the middle and shed tacklers and gone the distance. That play works.
Okay, it's a 3rd down and 7 to go for the Parkview Patriots. Another 3rd down chance. Direct snap to Larson. Larson, he has the option there to pitch it to Smith, but he keeps it himself. And looks like he has another Parkview 1st down. So Joe Larson recovered the fumble at the Parkview 1-yard line to set up this drive.
Unfortunately, Joe Larson will not be back next year. They're going to miss him. He's been a great player for this Patriot club.
A couple of schools are looking at Larson, Virginia Tech and Maryland. Dudinsky goes in motion, fake to him. Smith is looking to pass. He's got Dustin Dudinsky, hangs it up there. Dustin Dudinsky. That was double coverage, Stan Rogers, but Nick Smith managed to thread it between the 2 defenders. Dustin Dudinsky hauls it in, kind of a floater, but it was on the money inside the 35-yard line for Parkview.
Another great throw and catch. Dudinsky showing great hands there. Really nice catch.
So it was a 3rd down and short. The Patriots convert big time.
Talking about Larson having a choice of Maryland or Virginia Tech would be a tough choice, huh? 2 good teams. I mean, Virginia Tech is having an outstanding year, but Maryland had a really good season this year. They played well.
Maryland's a program that most people feel is on the rise. So it's 3:44 left in the third. Parkview up 35-12, and they're looking for more. First down in Lafayette territory, just inside the 35-yard line. The snap is to Nick Smith. Smith over the right side. He's just got Gray to beat. Stiff arm. Smith charging for the end zone. Smith driven out of bounds around the 6-yard line. Nick Smith said he was disappointed this year that he was only named to second team all district, all Northwestern district by the Washington Post.
Now there's a guy that's setting his sights high, right?
That was as a quarterback. He did make first team and as a defensive back. It's a first and goal for the Parkview Patriots.
Yeah, I think sometimes he gets looked over as his skills as a defensive player.
He does it all. The snap is to Smith. He's got Stickley. Nick Smith there is stopped short of the goal line. He had Stickley, but out in front of him, they're doing some blocking, but couldn't quite get in the end zone.
Patriots going for the kill here. You know, they never seem to let up. They never seem to coast.
And they never take anyone lightly, Stan. They get ready for every game. We have a timeout called on the field, and we're going to take a break to hear a word from our sponsor, World Gym. World Gym, our sponsor. Let's go to them now.
This is World Gym. Now you can start working out at a state-of-the-art facility with personalized training, aerobic and step classes, a complete health bar, and our fully supervised Kids Club nursery. Now's the time to get in shape. So call World Gym in Sterling, Virginia. The number is 703-444-9802. World Gym, the only gym.
All right, welcome back. 3:04 left in the third. Parkview up 35-12. They're knocking on the door again deep in Lafayette territory. The give is to Dustin Dudinsky around the left side. Dustin Dudinsky is in there. Double D, another touchdown for Parkview.
Couple of stiff arms. Great run by Dudinsky. Showing some speed, some strength.
It's 41-12, Parkview. And every week, Stan, you just keep asking, you know, will this opponent be able to provide a test? And I think Lafayette has done a good job of it so far. Looks like we've got another roughing the kicker penalty here on the extra point attempt. This will be the second one of the game. Personal foul on Lafayette running into Parkview kicker Brandon DeVelli. But it didn't phase DeVelli.
He's a player you can't afford to lose at this point. I mean, you say it's only an extra point, but when he kicks 72 of them in a season, that's a lot of points.
All right, we're going to go to break now. A word from our sponsor, World Gym.
This is World Gym. Now you can start working out at a state-of-the-art facility with personalized training, aerobic and step classes, a complete health bar, and our fully supervised Kids Club nursery. Now's the time to get in shape. So call World Gym in Sterling, Virginia. The number is 703-444-9802. World Gym, the only gym.
All right, welcome back to Williamsburg, Virginia, Cooley Field. And Parkview has had its way here in the state semifinal game against the Lafayette Rams. They're up 42-12. 2:57 remaining in the third quarter. Brandon DeVelli on to do the kicking. And this one's going to go through the end zone. No chance of a return for Lafayette.
Kicking from their 45-yard line because of the roughing the kicker penalty on the extra point after touchdown.
DeVelli's got quite a leg. So the Lafayette Rams deep in a hole, trailing 42-12, will take over from their own 20-yard line.
Got to hand it to the Rams faithful here. They're encouraging their team still. They're still making some noise over here.
Parkview could be on a collision course to face the #1 team in the state, Salem. Josh Horn, nice tackle there by Timmy Murphy. Did it by himself, corralled Josh Horn. Murphy played for Potomac Falls last year and transferred between the school year to Parkview.
It's been 11 years since the Parkview Patriots have won a state championship, and I think they can taste it here. They're one step closer.
Second down now and 10 for the Lafayette Rams. No gain on the play by Josh Horn. Give up the middle to Lamont Logan. Logan has some room, and it's good for first down yardage.
Nice run up the middle, great blocking. You can't expect to stop a back like that all day long. He's going to get his yards, but they've done a great job of keeping him out of the end zone.
So first down at their own 36, Lafayette Rams. It's a slow, methodical attack. You just see most high school teams just don't have the capability for the quick strike like Parkview, and that's what you need when you get in a hole like this. Josh Horn again on the carry, but he's met by a host of Parkview tacklers.
Nothing there. Nothing around the outside, sir.
Jonathan Petrie met him, along with Kyle Mazaris. So it's a second down and 6 for the Lafayette Rams. Trailing this one by 30 points. They give us to Logan up the middle.
Down 30 and sticking with the running game. Is that the coaches not having confidence in Taylor Rowe's arm and his receivers? Lance Gray's had a great game. I think you start throwing to your receivers at this point. You've got to start scoring.
You might have to open things up a bit. But the Parkview defense, tough all year, tough again today. Third down and 3 for the Rams. Clock winding down on the third quarter. Taylor Rowe to pass. Ball was deflected at the line. Pass was intended for number 80, Lance Gray.
I think Parkview came in here confident, because they played Cortland earlier in the season and beat Cortland High. And Cortland played Spotsylvania.
Right. Cortland played Spotsylvania. They both play in the Battlefield District in AA. Parkview whipped Cortland, and Lafayette barely beat Spotsylvania 13-3 last week to advance to this game.
So if they're thinking like opponents.
Timmy Murphy there breaks a tackle on the spin. He's tripped up and loses the ball. There are flags there on the play. Timmy Murphy looks like may have scrambled back and pounced on his own fumble.
Surprised at how many fumbles there have been in this game.
We'll wait to see the signal from the referee what this penalty is. They're going to call a clip, Stan, against the Parkview Patriots.
It's about the third clip they've had called on them today.
But it's obviously a lot better than losing the ball on a fumble.
That would have been a big boost for Lafayette in this situation, getting the ball down close like that. They seem to do well on a short field. They can get into the end zone usually if they get the ball across midfield. But when they start on their 20, they can't seem to do much with it.
First and 10 for Parkview. Deep in their own end, starting from their own 10-yard line. But that hasn't mattered today. William Chester tackled around the 5-yard line, a loss on the play of about 5 yards.
Nice tackle.
As the clock winds down here on the third quarter, I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you that this game is brought to you by World Gym. Visit one of their 2 locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes or weight training. It's a second down and long for Parkview. When we return, that's the end of your third quarter, and the Parkview Patriots just 1 quarter away from advancing to the state finals next weekend in Harrisonburg, Virginia. They lead this one 42-12. We'll be right back in just a moment.
This is World Gym. Now you can start working out at a state-of-the-art facility with personalized training, aerobic and step classes, a complete health bar, and our fully supervised Kids Club nursery. Now's the time to get in shape. So call World Gym in Sterling, Virginia. The number is 703-444-9802. World Gym, the only gym.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Cooley Field in Williamsburg, Virginia. It's the start of the fourth quarter. Parkview is ahead in this one, 42-12. It's a second down now for the Patriots. Backed up deep in the run. Nick Smith looking to pass. He's got Ramey. Complete to Charles Ramey for the first down. Nick Smith under heavy pressure. Ramey covered there.
Ramey got the jump ball.
Got the jump ball. He's covered there nicely by Trey Wynn, but Ramey positioned himself in front of Wynn and came down with the reception. Parkview now 1st and 10.
Maybe looking for Trey Wynn. He's only 5'9", 160, so if you throw it up high, let Ramey get over him.
So we'll see if Parkview is content for a nice time-consuming drive. Time is on their side. They give us to Stickley around the right side. And great pursuit there by the Lafayette Rams. Number 58, Brendan Summers.
So if you're the Rams at this point, Mike, what do you do? What choice do you have?
I pray. I pray that maybe the game, I pray for some sort of natural disaster.
You pray for the Patriots to get lackadaisical, drop the ball. It's happened.
Nelson Stickley in motion. Smith back to pass, setting up a screen. Middle of the field to Joe Larson. He's got some blockers. Joe Larson bulls his way forward for what looks like another Patriots first down. Joe Larson just bowled over Lance Gray there on the stop. Lance Gray is a rail-thin 6'3", 175, and Larson has a bit of meat on his bones.
What a great screen pass. Right up the middle there. Smith drops back. They bring the rush in right towards him. He waits till the last possible second, drops it right over him. Beautiful play.
Another first down and 10 for the Parkview Patriots at the 42-yard line. Direct snap to Smith. Dudinsky going to look to throw the ball. He's got Nick Smith. That's a play that Parkview has tried now for about the third time this season. Earlier in the year, it worked for a touchdown. Dustin Dudinsky is the only player on the Parkview team to have run for a touchdown, caught a touchdown, and thrown a touchdown.
He's got a good arm. What doesn't Dudinsky do well?
That's the thing.
I'm thinking if DeVelli got hurt, he may be able to kick.
That is the thing about this Parkview team. It really is a team. There's so many different weapons that can hurt you. It's second down and 10, though, for Parkview on the incomplete pass. Dudinsky this time goes in motion. Fake to Dudinsky. Handoff inside is a fumble.
Rams ball.
Parkview is saying that was a pass and should be considered an incompletion rather than a fumble.
I would think so. The ball was traveling forward, albeit being thrown underhand. The ball was going forward in the rules. That's a pass.
So the referees are conferring now, and they make what they make with the correct call. That
Made
was
the
a
right
shovel
call.
pass. And Parkview will retain possession, much to the dismay of the Lafayette crowd.
They're coming over to tell the Lafayette coach exactly what the ruling was on that. Clearly a forward pass.
So Parkview retains possession. Second down and 10. Patriots trying here, going to their bag of tricks here for the first two plays. On this down, Smith jump pass to Charles Ramey. Ramey fighting for first down yardage, it would appear. Ramey fought his way through four tacklers.
The old jump pass. Here's something you don't see very often, huh? A little Sammy Baugh jump pass there. Of course, the single wing coming from that era.
We've seen it all today from Parkview.
Yeah, I don't know what Lafayette has to do at this point. They started the game bringing 8, 10 men in the box, bringing them right up to the line of scrimmage, telling Parkview, you're not going to run on us. And Nick Smith has hit a couple of really long passes on him, loosened up their defense. When they start playing a little bit looser, you get plays like this, where he comes up to the line and throws a jump pass, and they pick up a first down that way. I don't know how you stop this Patriots club.
Nobody has figured it out this year. Maybe you can only hope to slow them down. Direct snap to Nelson Stickley, spins in the backfield. And Stickley there with a nice pickup, about 7 or 8 yards. So maybe now Parkview has just worn down the Lafayette defense.
Patriots not content with 42.
Patriots have had the ball so far the entire fourth quarter. It's about 3 minutes. 9 minutes left to go in this ball game. Parkview's up 42-12.
It's another first down by the Parkview Patriots. They do this so well. Get into the fourth quarter, start eating up the clock. If you don't let the other team have the ball, they can't score.
That's right. It's especially a killer because Parkview just jumps on top of teams so early, and then they can also throw a little ball control at you. Chester in motion. Nelson Stickley running strong again this week.
Stickley picked up maybe 6 or 7 all on his own there, carrying a couple of the Rams with him. He's back in form, isn't he? That ankle's not bothering him anymore.
Second down and 2-yard line. Just inside the Rams' 30-yard line. 8:04 left until the state finals for Parkview. That's all that remains. They're up in this one 42-12. They give it to Dustin Dudinsky around the left side. Dudinsky's brought down by Josh Horn. But that'll be enough for another Parkview first down. Continuing to move the ball and consuming the clock.
He's a bruising runner, too. He came face to face with one of the defenders, knew that he wasn't going to get around him, lowered the shoulder.
So Parkview's a winner. If you want to be a winner, you got to visit World Gym. Visit one of their 2 locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes or weight training. This game would not be possible without the good folks at World Gym. So definitely stop by, give yourself a workout. First and 10 for the Parkview Patriots. Trying to salt this one away. Larson, he pitches it to Nick Smith. Smith tackled hard there on the play by George Piggott. Most of the time, Larson keeps it himself on that option. But there he pitched it out to Nick Smith.
Piggott made a nice play there, wrapping him up. Rams defense makes good tackles, good open field tackles. You know, you've seen Parkview play these teams where they just break all these arm tackles. The Rams do tackle with their shoulders. They're well disciplined.
Second down and 8 now for Parkview. Dudinsky in motion, fake to him. They give us to Nelson Stickley up the gut. Nelson Stickley, good, some more good running from him. It's third down and 4 or 5 to go for the Parkview Patriots. 6:27 left in this ball game.
We've got a Parkview player limping off the field that looks like
it's number 56, Drew Smith.
Smith.
There's a timeout on the field called by the Parkview Patriots. And we'll go to a break as well. Come back for the end of this ball game at 6:23 to go. Parkview leading 42-12. 6:23 left in this ball game, and Parkview is just that far away from a shot at a state title. They're up in this one 42-12 over the Lafayette Rams down in Williamsburg. This is a state semifinal game at Cooley Field. Parkview, another dominating performance on both sides of the ball. It's a third down now for the Patriots. They give it to Dinsky. He's got Larson in front of him. He may score. Dustin Dudinsky is in the end zone.
Larson leading the way. Another nice block by Joe Larson. It's going to be a great ride home for the Patriots today, huh? 2.5 hours of celebration, it looks like.
So Dustin Dudinsky gets in. It's 48-12 now, Parkview. They average 42 points a game. They're over that. Scored 56 last week in the regional finals. And DeVelli misses an extra point. So about the only thing really that's gone wrong for Parkview is just right there, a missed extra point.
He's now missed 3 out of 75 or 76, I believe it is. Pretty good percentage still.
That's right.
I'd still haven't missed my kicker.
You'll settle for that. With 6:16 left to go in this ball game, we're going to pause for another word from our sponsor, World Gym. You got to stop by there. They've got some great studio classes and some weight training. We'll be right back after this.
This is World Gym. Now you can start working out at a state-of-the-art facility with personalized training, aerobic and step classes, a complete health bar, and our fully supervised Kids Club nursery. Now's the time to get in shape. So call World Gym in Sterling, Virginia. The number is 703-444-9802. World Gym, the only gym.
It's been all Parkview today, folks. 48-12. They've yet to be tested this season, and today in the state semifinals, we thought maybe they might face a test in Lafayette Rams, but that hasn't been the case. Brandon DeVelli on for another kickoff.
So it looks like it's on to play either Salem or Martinsville next weekend.
That's right, the winner of that game, Parkview will face the winner of that game, unless something dramatic happens here. George Pickett there, some tough running up the middle.
George Pickett isn't giving it up easy. He's going to keep playing hard to the end. A little slow coming off the field, it looks like.
Pickett got popped pretty good there.
Paying for his hard running, it looks like.
So the coach of the Lafayette Rams knew he had Dan Antalik. He knew he had a tough test on his hand at the Parkview Patriots. Josh Horn around the right side. Some good yardage there.
Nice
Decent
run.
yards for Josh Horn. Kyle Heller there on to finish him off.
They created a nice lane around the outside there. He had a little bit of room to run.
Was first down yardage for the Lafayette Rams. Given to Lamont Logan. 7-yard pickup for Logan.
Another nice run. Parkview's defense may be getting a little tired here, although they just did have a pretty long rest.
There were 4 members of the Parkview defense that made all region. Defensive tackle Andrew Hoffman, defensive back Timmy Murphy, linebacker Joey Wisen, and defensive back Nick Smith. Rowe going deep, looking for Gray. Gray fell down. The pass was looking for interference or anything on Nathaniel Celentano, but
he had him beat.
He had him beat. Looked like he just fell down and the ball was overthrown. That combination worked for a big play in the first half. Nearly a touchdown. Third down and 4 for the Lafayette Rams. 5:02 remaining in the ball game. Once again, Parkview is ahead, way ahead, 48-12. Rowe connects with number 85, Scott Shepard.
Nice pass by Rowe. He had some time to throw. He hasn't had much time to throw today. That time he had time to set up in the pocket, look for his receiver. Nice pass. Taylor Rowe, he's a senior. This is going to be his last game, along with Lamont, Logan. They're going to lose some key players again this year.
So it's a 1st and 10 for the Rams. Just playing out the game for pride here. Taylor Rowe back to pass under pressure. Rowe, tackle on the play by number 31, Derek Chu. So some of the, Coach Mickey Thompson is getting some of the second line defensive players in the ball game. They've seen quite a bit of time in the playoffs because some of the scores have been so lopsided.
Grooming them for next year. They look good. They look very good.
So it's a 2nd down now and 4 for Lafayette. They give us Lamont Logan up the middle. Logan finds some decent yardage there, enough for the 1st down.
Taken down by number 46 for the Patriots.
Kyle Heller on the stop.
Kyle Heller, nice tackle.
So Stan, we got to tell the folks out there that we had a brush with celebrity there at halftime. So,
yeah, we saw Bruce Hornsby playing a little catch with the football with his son right outside the concession stand here. This is his neck of the woods.
Rowe back to pass. And pass complete to Lance Gray. He is brought down at the 1-yard line. Gray's had a big day. I'm told that Bruce Hornsby, he's a musician for those who aren't familiar. He actually went to Lafayette High School. That's why he's here today.
Don't know if he played football. If he did, he obviously didn't damage his fingers doing it.
So it's a 1st and goal for Lafayette. Lamont Logan punches it in. Touchdown for Lafayette. They trail now 48-18 with 3:26 left in the ball game. So the Rams continue to fight. They are going up against Parkview's 2nd line defense, but still they're continuing to hang in there.
Going for the extra point.
Kick is good by Connor Hughes.
They haven't had much luck with the 2-point conversion today. I guess they were giving Connor Hughes a little practice time.
That's right, with your score, 48-19, Parkview Patriots. 3:26 left in the ball game. We're going to take a break from a word from our sponsor, World Gym.
This is World Gym. Now you can start working out at a state-of-the-art facility with personalized training, aerobic and step classes, a complete health bar, and our fully supervised Kids Club nursery. Now's the time to get in shape. So call World Gym in Sterling, Virginia. The number is 703-444-9802. World Gym, the only gym.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Cooley Field in Williamsburg, Virginia. Lafayette Rams just scored, but Parkview is still way ahead, 48-19, 3:26 left. 3:26 left before the Parkview Patriots advance to a state final next weekend in Harrisonburg, Virginia. They will play the winner of the Salem-Martinsville game. Salem is the defending state champion. William Chester there. Just takes it out of bounds. Chester got this whole thing going today with a long kickoff return for a touchdown for Parkview. Pretty much set the tone.
Chester made a good play right there. I believe that ball was touched by one of the upbacks for Parkview. And it's a good thing Chester picked it up, got out of bounds with it. It was a live ball.
So some wholesale substitutions now in the Parkview offense. Josh Polk. There's another timeout called on the field. This gives us a chance to mention our sponsor again. We must thank them immensely for their help in bringing you this game. It's brought to you by World Gym. Visit one of their 2 locations in Sterling or Leesburg for great studio classes or weight training.
Just as there. Coming to the line. Whatever. At this point, whatever. We're not back yet.
Welcome back to Cooley Field. Parkview just playing this one out. They lead this one handily, 48-19, 3:20 left in the ball game. And Derek Chu gobbling up some yardage.
Chewing up some yardage, you wanted to say, didn't you?
I said that last week, so I have to come up with something new. And since we're so close to Thanksgiving, I figured gobbling might work.
You had Coach Mike Barton in the booth with you last week calling the game, and the week before. Did an excellent job.
Coach Barton just resigned, or his resignation was just accepted out at Loudoun Valley. He's been a coach there, associated with the school for 28 years. And I'm sure he will be missed there.
Oh, yes.
The give to Chu again. Derek Chu, the crowd, every time he gets the ball, greets him with chants of Chu.
Reminiscent of Moose.
They're not saying boo, they're saying Chu. So there's 2:37 left in this ball game. Like you said earlier, Stan, it's going to be a nice ride home for the Parkview Patriots. They have a banner now on the other side of the field that says, "Bring on Salem."
I guess they're assuming that Salem is going to advance today.
Another carry for Chu.
Well, it doesn't look like Parkview is going to beat their high point total for the year. 56 last week tied their highest point total. There we see some of the Patriots faithful urging their team on. There's our banner.
There it is. Bring on Salem. It would be a clash if it happens of number 1 in the state versus number 2. Salem is ranked first. Parkview is ranked second. Parkview is ranked third in the Washington Post poll, their top 20. That's Zachary Polk there, number 13, getting his name into the statistics.
Got to hand it to all the Patriots fans that made the 2.5-hour trip down here to watch the game today. It's a pretty good turnout.
Yeah, we've seen some games this year in the playoffs where last week Charlottesville really didn't bring that many people with them to see the game, the regional final. And the Loudoun County crowd was somewhat sparse in the first round. It's 3rd and 3 for Parkview. 1 minute left now in the ball game.
Let's see what the call is here. I think part of that has to do with the Patriots having so many people coming up here, or coming down here, I should say. It's like a motion call for false start against the Patriots. Part of the draw, I think, for the Patriots crowd this year may be the fact of how far they advanced last year. People expected them to go farther last year in the AAA division, and they didn't, and I think people don't want to miss out this year.
There's Zach Polk there keeping himself, tackle in the backfield.
Nice tackle.
Number 72, Justin Kelly.
Very nice tackle.
And this ball game is almost in the books. Parkview 25 seconds away from advancing to the state finals. This was the goal they had set for themselves at the beginning of the year that every team sets for themselves, but Parkview had realistic aims of making it all the way. And every week they've battled, every week.
There's the Parkview faithful.
They've come out on
urging
top.
their team on.
There's a sign saying we're number one. We won't find that out until next week.
This year.
And that's it. That's going to do it for this state semifinal. Parkview is a winner, 48-19 over the Lafayette Rams, and they move on. And then there will be two. Parkview will play the winner of Salem and Martinsville. We don't have the score for that one just yet, but the game will be played. As you see, Mickey Thompson and Dan Antalik for the Lafayette Rams shaking hands. Sin, I don't know, did you expect a tighter game today, or?
I feared a tighter game. I didn't know what to expect out of the Rams. I thought on paper they looked a lot like the West Potomac team that the Patriots came up against last year on a wet field over at Washington Lee. And that I feared that they would do to the Patriots what West Potomac did last year. But Mickey Thompson put together a great game plan. They hit some big plays. They came out early. That you can't say enough about the touchdown off the opening kickoff. You know, that had to take something out of the Rams. They opened it up big today, like they have every week.
The Parkview juggernaut just keeps moving right along. They put up 48 points today. None of the games so far has been close. The closest game that they've had all season was a 25-3 win against Osborne on the road. And so far, just no one has come close to stopping them. Salem is a powerhouse team themselves, so if they win, it could set up a clash of the Titans. The team now is gathered right around midfield, around Coach Mickey Thompson, saying, hey, just one more to go, and the state title is ours.
It's going to be a great ride home for the Parkview Patriots. I'm sure they're all going to be interested in who won that Salem-Martinsville game, and they may have word already, I don't know. But they'll start preparing for that team next week, and that game will be played at James Madison University.
Madison University in Harrisonburg, Virginia. That's an artificial turf field, so that'll be something new probably for most teams in the state, certainly new for Parkview.